Hi everyone, in today's speed build I am doing a faux split level house, and what I mean by that is that I'm trying to make it look like it's a split level build, but in The Sims we're not actually able to do split level houses, I guess because of the way that you have to do like one floor and then the next floor has to be a certain height away from it and everything, I guess, for gameplay. So it kind of sucks that we're not actually able to do that just yet. I don't know if it's ever going to be something that they can alter, like if they can change that so that we're able to do split level homes, because I have seen in the past that there was a girl, I forget who it was. I want to say it was I think her name on YouTube is like Mrs. Griffey or something like that. I think her name's Sonia, or I think it was her. I'm not completely sure now thinking about it, but someone who would do like city specific kind of inspired builds, and she was doing a house that was inspired by some build like up in the northeastern area. I forget which state it was, and I guess there was a lot of split level homes that were popular for that specific town or city or something, and so she was doing like a split level build and it looked really good. I was so surprised at how successful she was in being able to give it the appearance of a split level home, but of course it wasn't actually split level. So I wanted to try to take that and do it for myself and see, you know, if I could kind of make something look like it was split level too. So when I was creating this house, my idea was to, of course, make the garage look like it was on the first level, and then I was giving the side where it's supposed to be the like mid-level area, I guess, I was trying to make that look lower, so I kind of made the ceiling height like pressed down, and then for the ceiling height, or not the ceiling, I'm sorry, I don't know what the heck I'm saying, the roof, I was trying to, I don't know if I said that the first time, but the roof, I like pressed it down to make it look like it was a little bit more flat on the side that's supposed to be like mid height, and then for the side where I was trying to give it the appearance of being a higher second level, I guess the third level if it was a split level, but I gave the roof a higher height. I was trying to make it look higher so that it kind of gave the appearance of being higher than the other side of the house. So I don't know if I'm even explaining this well enough, but yeah, so that was my whole thing. Like I was just really trying to give it, and also if you notice, I give that like kind of chimney area, like I put that in the middle of the front of the house, and I was more so doing that to kind of again add to the perspective of it being separate heights. So I was trying to separate the lower side of the house from the higher side and everything like that, but I didn't actually give them any fireplace or anything inside, and in fact where the chimney looks like it is on the house is actually where the bathrooms are. There's a bathroom down in the garage, and then there's a bathroom up on the main level that's like in the hallway kind of area near the bedrooms. So that's like for everyone to use in the house and everything. And I mean, I do really like the way this house came out, although I don't know if anyone else will actually think it looks like a split level home, but yeah. So I was going for a more, I guess, coastal theme, like with this whole build. I didn't want it to look super modern or anything like that, but I also didn't want it to look really old either. So my idea as far as like the appearance and like the interior and everything is that it was an older home, and I mean split level homes I think were really popular in the 70s and 80s. So I was kind of thinking that the family that stays in this house like purchased the home because, you know, it was like older, and I don't know, maybe it wasn't as expensive, but it was still in a very good location. Like this is the lot that I built it on is kind of like a secluded like private lot, and it's right off of the it's like right by the docks and everything. So I imagine that the family bought this house because, you know, they wanted to be on the water, kind of like maybe they have their own boat and everything like that. And it was an older home that they wanted to kind of renovate. And so inside it kind of has the appearance of being more upgraded and everything like that. I did try to make the bathroom that's in the garage look like it was more 80s style in a way, like a little bit more old-fashioned, and the colors are kind of pastel like with like mint green and like a yellow and orange and stuff. And I just feel like that was kind of 80s-ish, 70s-ish. So yeah, so my idea is that the bathroom in the garage is like original to the house, and then the bathroom upstairs, or like on the main level, is the upgraded bathroom. And then of course, like the kitchen looks a little bit more new and fixed up and everything like that. But then with the living room and kitchen and the dining room, I was trying to give it a kind of coastal feel because of the fact that they're like right on the bay, you know, like on the docks and everything like that. So I was trying to make it look like they were really into that kind of style, with like the blues and the whites and cream colors and stuff. And then, but of course for the bedrooms, I kind of personalized it more for the actual Sims for each room as opposed to making it coastal. I guess for the parents' bedroom though, it does kind of lean towards the coastal kind of theme too, like matching with the outside a little bit more. But the kids' bedrooms of course are made for the kids and everything. So and also, if you notice, I give them a kind of shed outside too. So even though they have a garage, I wanted the garage to be something that they actually kind of use regularly. And like, you know, the exercise equipment ends up being in the garage, and the laundry room and things like that. Or I guess it's not really a laundry room, but like the laundry, like the washer and dryer and stuff, I put downstairs too. And then I end up putting like some clutter things in the garage, like some coolers and some boxes and things like that. But I didn't want it to look like it was just a junk room or anything like that. And I do put like a ping pong table, so kind of like it's, you know, where they just go, I guess, like to hang out with their friends or something, like the teenagers. So I built this house. It ends up being a 4-bedroom. So it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. And aside from the parents, the 3 bedrooms for the kids they're decorated for 2 boys and 1 girl. And my kind of thought is that one boy is a teenager, and then the other boy is a child, and then the girl can be either a child or a teenager. And then of course I gave them 3 cars, but the cars are not usable. They're just, you know, merely for appearance, for decoration. But my idea is that 2 of the cars are for the parents, and then 1 car is for the teenage son, or for the teenage son and the teenage daughter if you make them both teenagers. But yeah, so I'm thinking like that the older green car is the dad's, like maybe it's something the dad's had for a while, like since high school or something like that. And then blue car is for the mom, and then the white car is like the newer car that they bought for their teenage son. So I guess I don't really have a whole lot to say about this build other than what I've already explained. Although I did try to make it look like it was a little bit more lived in, like not super clean and perfect or anything like that. Like I wanted it to look like there were kids and stuff, so I do put kind of random toys a little bit in the living area and everything like that. And of course, like in the like kind of study area that ends up being right by the dining room, or I guess part of the dining room, I put like some kids like toys and like things on the walls and stuff, just to kind of show that they are a family house, or like it's a family home, you know what I mean? And so I do try to give it, you know, like a more realistic look as opposed to like a super staged perfect house and things like that. And that's honestly what I really like to do in my builds. I really like to make it look a little bit more realistic and as if a family does stay in these houses and everything. And I wanted to mention, okay, so I usually try to do videos like every 1 to 2, maybe 3 days at the most, like separated or whatever. I try to do a video like every 2 days or something, and I didn't put up a video I was supposed to do one like 2 days ago, but I was trying to do the 3 tile wide 4-story house challenge, and I ended up scrapping that video. I still posted the build on my Instagram, and the house is up in my gallery, but I didn't really like, I don't know, I didn't really like the way it came out. I mean, I was going for like a really folksy type of theme for that house, and so I guess the original challenge was to kind of do it between 2 other buildings to make it look like it was a house that they just kind of created in an alleyway. I know that that's what like James Turner created and things like that, but I was just trying to do just a thin house in general, and I just feel like it didn't look right. And when I was trying to furnish the house, like the camera kept like it kept adjusting and moving around and everything, just because of how narrow the build was and everything. So I was getting irritated, and I ended up just like stop recording what I was doing. I didn't, I finished the build, of course, but I stopped recording it, and I just decided to not do a speed build for that house. But the last speed build I did do, if you'll notice, it was like from 5 days ago or something, but I did the speed build of me creating the house I entered for Scylla's giveaway. And when I made that video, when I built that house, like I was doing it, of course, for the contest, but I did not think that I would even come close to winning. Like, honestly, I didn't think that mine would stand out as much as other people's did and all that, whatever. And also, because the whole challenge was to make like a really cutesy type of build, I didn't think that I really hit the mark on that. But at the same time, like, I wasn't the judge, of course, so I didn't know exactly what Scylla was looking for in particular. But of course, I stayed by her guidelines, or like I made it 3-bedroom and 2-story, no custom content and everything. And I submitted that, the same time I put up my speed build and everything. And yesterday, so I live in Guam, so we're a little bit ahead of everyone else as far as time. So yesterday when I woke up, it was Mother's Day, and I had a notification from Scylla saying that I actually won her giveaway. And I was like, oh my god. I was so surprised. Oh my god. I was just like, and all day I just kept saying to my husband, I was like, I can't believe I won. I can't believe I've never won anything like that. Like, I seriously, like, when I was doing it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try my best, but oh well, it'll be fine if I don't win. Like, I'm sure other people will do much better and they'll deserve it and everything like that. But the fact that I won, like, I was so touched. I don't know. I know it might sound weird, like some people might, not think so much into it, like, oh yeah, it's like, big deal, whatever. But I just feel like she recognized the work I put into it, you know what I mean? And I really did. Like, I tried hard. Even though I didn't expect to win, I still tried my best. And the fact that she actually contacted me and said that I won, like, that was just amazing. Like, I felt so special, and I just felt like, like it wasn't for nothing. And so I was able to get a new stuff pack from her as the giveaway prize, and I was just like in awe. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe I won. I was just, I mean, I know it's probably like, I don't know. It's probably silly that I'm so excited about it, but it's really like, that's never happened to me before. I don't usually win anything ever. Usually, like, for contests and stuff, like, I'll just, like, whatever, I'm not gonna win anyway. And yeah, so it was just honestly just really amazing for me. I was so surprised that I actually won that. So I will link that video in the I'll link that video in the eyes. So if you're sorry if you can hear my dogs. God, they're always barking. But yeah, so you can see that video, or you can, just go to my channel and check it out. And also, please subscribe if you haven't. I'll just include that little part there. But yeah, so that was for that contest, and I was just so surprised and just really proud of that. And For this build, there wasn't anything that I made it for in particular. Of course, I was just trying to do something creative, and I really like doing challenging type builds, or like having, you know, just a kind of purpose for what I'm creating. And so with this, of course, it was the whole challenge of it being a split level that's not really a split level. So that was the challenge I guess I was going for with this house. And but yeah, you know, if there's ever anything that you guys are interested in seeing me try to do or try to create, oh my god, my dogs keep barking, I'm so sorry. Just let me know in the comments down below. I'm always up for suggestions, or you can even give me a follow on Instagram if you want to send me some suggestions that way, and that's fine too. I actually do try to come up with my own challenges, like just for my own personal interests, I guess. But and I'm actually thinking of doing a kind of, I don't know, I have to see like what I need, some like references and everything like that, but I'm kind of thinking of doing like a steampunk theme build or something like that. Like, I don't know. Let me know if that's something you might be interested in. Oh my god, these freaking dogs. But yeah, so I'm gonna probably try to look for reference pictures, like just to see. I mean, it probably falls in line with the whole industrial look, I'm assuming, but I don't know. We'll see. I just feel like that's not really something I've seen before, and I kind of want to try it out just to see if I can do it. Like maybe I'll do a tiny home or something, like a tiny home speed punk or steam. What am I trying to say? I said speed build and steampunk together. A steampunk type of theme, but we'll see. Yeah, but if there's anything else that you think might be interesting to see, be sure to leave it down below in the comments. Let me know if you think that this actually looks like a split level home, or, you know. And also, I've been curious to see what you guys would think about me, like not always talking about the builds necessarily when I'm like for these voiceovers. I'm kind of considering doing like story time or not, or maybe not story time necessarily, but just kind of like, I guess, talking about stories in my life or something. Like if there's anything that you want to ask me or whatever, like maybe, because honestly I really struggle with explaining some of my builds sometimes. So unless I have something specific that I want to say about a build, I really struggle trying to come up with something to say in the voiceover. So I'm thinking maybe, you know, just like shooting the shit and just like talking about something in my life, like maybe my pregnancies or something, if that's something you're interested in. Like I had hard pregnancies. I had 3 kids and all were C-sections, and they were pretty difficult pregnancies. But I don't know, I'm kind of thinking of doing like story time in that kind of way, like maybe just explaining the hardships of having babies or something. If yeah, I don't know, something like that, just like random stories of my life, maybe about my childhood, who the heck knows. But the screenshots are coming up anyway, so I'm just gonna head out, and be sure to like, subscribe please, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.